This first question is a good one from our very good friend, Michelle Esquivel.
Hey, Callie. My pro to pro question is, what is your favorite non-racket sport?
I'd have to say volleyball. I enjoy watching it. It's fun to play.
This next one comes from somebody that I think a few people have heard of, and that is the one and only Kyle Yates.
Hey, Callie. I've always wondered, because you're so calm and sweet and nice off the court, where does all that fire and the intensity come from when you're on the court? You know, where does that come from? I mean, it just seems like when you're on the court, you just want to destroy people, and it just doesn't seem like it's your nature. So just curious, where do you find that fire when you're out competing day in and day out?
That's a really good question. I do not know the answer to that. It just comes out. Maybe it's from being kind so long, and I just need a release somehow, and that's where I get it. See the come-ons on the court.
Well, this next question comes from somebody that is no stranger to the show, a very good friend of ours, and that is the one and only Andrea Koop.
Hey, Callie, are you having fun with the guys? I had to have my dog on here because her name is also Callie, so she wanted to say hi to the other OG Callie. We want to know if you have time to go on vacation. You seem to be playing a lot of pickleball this year. So do you and your family ever have a weekend off to go on a vacation? And if so, where do you go?
Recently, my vacations have been pickleball. Anytime I can drive or we can drive somewhere, then we kind of make that a family vacation, and they all travel along with me. So I don't know how fun of a vacation it is for them, but it's fun for me. Um, the last vacation we went on though was to St. George, and we played. It was actually Kyle, my husband, played a tournament down there, so we went down to support him, and then spent a few extra days just hanging out with the kids and swimming and playing with them. So that was fun. So we do have some time. I don't know how, but we make time for additional trips when we can.
This next question comes from another great friend of ours, and it actually just so happens to be Andrea's sister, and this is from Maggie Remynse Chou.
Hey Callie, hey Eddie, hey Webby. So before I got married and before I met Ken, I only ate ice cream on kind of special occasions or every once in a while. Now that I know Ken, it is in our house all the time and I eat way too much ice cream. Is there anything that you have that is similar with Kyle? Anything that you ate or you do now that you didn't really do much before?
Yes. Okay, so for like 7 years when I was on my own, I lived off of sushi and fish and salads. Those are like my favorite foods. And my husband, Kyle, he hates anything to do with fish, and salads don't fill him up. So he's like a burger and chicken and meat and potatoes kind of guy. And I didn't really eat meat. So I was like, okay, how are we gonna figure this out? So like I've kind of leaned more towards his diet style. Like we kind of meet in the middle a little bit. So it's kind of hard at first. But I would say the biggest thing, wouldn't really eat pizza very often. I'd maybe have it like once every month, maybe. And we probably have it like once a week now. Pizza is his favorite food. Pepperoni pizza is his favorite.
Well, it's funny that your husband got brought up in the previous question, because this next question actually comes from your husband, Kyle.
Hey, honey. My question for you is, what is your most embarrassing travel story? Whether it's driving with your family, flying with your family, whatever it is. What is your most embarrassing travel story?
Okay, I was playing. I had to make my flight, or a flight got delayed at the airport, and I didn't know that. In fact, I was with my team, with my teammates in college actually, and I didn't know that they'd switch. We didn't know that they'd switched gates on us, and we waited for like 7 hours at the airport, and then they said that the flight was going to take off in 5 minutes, and we were clearing a different terminal than where we were supposed to be. So you see like 5 or 6 of us just booking it to this other side People were like looking at us. We're like, our bags are flying. We're dropping stuff. It was just, we looked like idiots. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know how we did it. And someone ended up picking us up. I'm like, do you guys need some help? You're making messes everywhere. So we're like, yes, please. So they picked us up and took us, and we barely made it on the flight. But everyone was just like, seriously, like looking at us when we were walking in, like, what the heck are you doing? I just remember thinking, please don't look at me. So that was one of them. I remember thinking we just looked like complete idiots.
So this next question comes from not one, but three of our favorite people in the world of pickleball. Here's one from Irina Tereschenko and friends.
Callie, what's up? We have all your friends here in one video. We have Suzee and Adam and myself, Irina. Good to see you on the show. My question is, which side do you like to play better, the ad side or the do side, and why? And also, what is your favorite way to win a point in pickleball?
So my favorite one would be the left side, so the ad side, because I get my forehand in the middle. And that's probably my favorite shot, is taking it out of the middle and hitting it for a winner. It's like, I like the powerhouse shot, that one, or going inside out. Someone gives me a kind of a higher dink, just the redirect shot. The reason I like the ad side, I feel like the dink comes more naturally on my ad side. I have the slice backhand, so it's just became easier to me.
Here's one from Adam Stone.
Callie, I also have a question for you. It came up the last time we played, actually, and I was wondering how many times in tournament play have you lost the point by the ball hitting your ponytail?
Only three, actually. That's it. So, and one of them was in practice, so that didn't count really. So twice. One was with Riley, the first time I played with Riley, and I don't remember the other one, actually. I just remember thinking, it almost never happens, which is crazy because you think it would happen a lot more.
Right.
Right? So I just envisioned, like, did your hair kind of like do like a whip kind of thing? It just kind of like went whoosh and like slapped the ball out of the air, or how did that go down?
Yeah, or it just would hit the tip, or if I like when I try to move out of the way, it kind of is like a lasso effect, and it just kind of slings it to the right or left and just nicks the ball.
Here's a question from Corrine Carr.
I believe I've seen Adam hit one Ernie in all the times I played with him. So can you please teach him how to hit an Ernie?
Wow.
Bye.
I love it.
I'll do my best, Adam. I don't know if you'll take learning from me, but or any teaching from me, but I try to help you out.
Here's another question here, and this comes from our good friend Martina Kochli.
Hey, Callie. I was wondering if anyone besides myself has ever used your beautiful hair and prevented that kitchen violation.
No, Martina, you're the only one that's done that. So, although if anyone else wants to do it, I'm okay with it. If it helps us keep the point and win the point, I'm all for it.
So I got to hear about this. How did that all go down, and what tournament was that at?
In Vail, the Vail Open tournament. I was playing with Martina, and I think we were playing against Christina Michelle, because I hit a forehand and was losing my balance, and was like, get me out, 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 because I knew I was going to fall in. And so she goes, oh, and just grabs my hair and pulls me out. So I'm like, okay, thanks.
I wish there was video footage of that play. I would love to see something like that. But wait a second, we actually have that video clip, and I think we should play that right now. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how she grabbed it, but she did.
That is awesome. And we got to give a big shout out to Carl from Pro Pickleball. Thank you very much, Carl. He provided that video clip for us. I love the fact that video exists. And it was actually thanks to our next pro question ask her, and she helped us track this video clip down, and that is the one and only Suzee Anderson.
Callie, tonight I want to ask you about your legendary long locks of hair. I hear that the nickname of Rapunzel is starting to stick on tour, and I myself have seen Martina Kochli pull you out of the kitchen by your long braid. So my question for you is, when's the last time you cut your hair? Do you not cut it out of superstition? Is it your superpower, or do you just like to leave it long?
Good question. So the last time I got it cut was probably 4 months ago now. COVID's kind of prevented that a little bit. Before that, I probably would cut it like every 3 or 4 months anyways. I've always loved it long. I cut it short one time, like up to my shoulders, and remember I just cried and thought I looked hideous. And so I was like, I'm never cutting my hair out again, and have grown it out long ever since. And I don't know. I guess I'm used to it now. So I like to wear it down when I'm not playing pickleball or playing sports. And though people don't really recognize me with my hair down, all my students are like, are you Callie? Like, yeah. Like, oh, you don't look the same without your braid. Like, okay. But no, so it's not my superpower, although maybe now, now that people know that they can grab me by the hair to keep me out of the kitchen. But no, I've just always liked it long.
We do have one more question here on the Pros Asking Pros questions segment. And this question comes from our good friend, Catherine Parenteau.
Hey, Callie. Hi, guys. Callie, I have a question for you. Do you prefer women's doubles, mixed doubles, or singles?
Probably mixed doubles. Mixed doubles is my favorite. Women's probably second, but yeah, I don't know. I like, there's something that feels good about going up like head to head with a guy and winning the point. Because they think that they're better, and even most of the time they are, but when you can get a point on them, and it just feels really good. So I don't know, I like the pace, I like the quick hands, and it's just fun. It's something different and I love it.
Pickleball addicting and fun, that's no joke. Pickleballing, it's not just for old folks. Pickleball.